The Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game has over 10,000 unique cards for players to collect, trade, and construct their own personal decks. But what would happen if players only had access to the bare minimum? In this series, both the TheRJB0 and myself will each open a very select amount of sealed product. Once we open that product, we must build a deck using only those specific cards pulled, that's it. And at the end of each episode, we discard the entirety of our pulls to the graveyard and start from scratch with a new product. Every card counts. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Sealed Showdown. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMOOOOO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Sealed Showdown. This week, we are taking a break from the Synchros, although the Synchros have been an absolute blast. We're taking a step back to Gold Series 2009. Now, I know a lot of you really loved Gold Series 08. 09 is going to be like the weirdest mishmash of cards I've ever seen. This is like the fan favorite hybrid of Six Samurai and Monarch, and honestly, anything goes. It's Sealed Showdown. If you don't know, Gold Series 2009 comes in a giant brick of 25 cards per pack, and we're going to be opening 5 of those because that is what a box set came with. And so 25 cards for the first pack coming right up, and those are 3 incredible gold rares for our first pull. Solemn Judgment, Firestorm Guards is actually terrible, but Dark Arm Dragon, 2 out of the 3, I don't think I can complain. But what we really want to look at here are the commons. Zaborg is fantastic removal, so happy to see this. It's pretty likely, because this is a rather small set, I think it's only about 50 cards, that we should get most of the commons, and hopefully that is the case, because stuff like Zaborg is nice. We also have Thestalos up here, Giant Trunade, and then here's some of the Six Sam stuff as well, right? There's Nisashi, there's Yoriza, there's Six Samurai United. Lord Poison might actually be okay, just because it technically gets a monster back on the field, which then means you could sack it for a Monarch, so like that's a possible play. I think some of these Phantom Beast cards are actually quite okay as well. So this first pack, oh, I didn't even scroll up here. There's even more. There's so many cards in this pack. Compulse is amazing. Treeborn Frog is 100% what we want to see because we're playing Monarch. Begone Knave could be a headache, but we might play it. Return of the Six Samurai is great for Six Sams. It's tribute fodder. Just a great first pack.
Another terrible format, another easy dub. It was clearly a skill issue, as demonstrated by the fact that I didn't read a single card that I controlled nor Alex controlled. But obviously, I have stolen the title of the greatest Blackwing player. You can call me RJ the Blackwing Monarch from now on. But for now, we have another banger of a set. Crimson Crisis was a bump in the road. We've got some great things coming up, and we are starting off with Gold Series 2009. Some crazy cards in the set. Can't wait to open these 5 packs. All right, pack number 1. What do we have in the Gold Series slot? We have the Gold Rare Solemn Judgment. Fantastic card. Prime Material Dragon is an underrated card. This card is actually phenomenal, especially in a sealed environment, and Des Voltskov exists. But let's check out the commons, because there are some crazy commons in this set. We've got Double-Edged Sword Technique for the Six Samurais. We've got all of the basic Six Samurai. We've got a Mobius the Frost Monarch. Awesome card, including in the set. Begone Knave, it's an interesting one. Compulsory Evacuation Device is a great card. Grandmark is here. Zonji is great. Neos Alias as the dominant normal summon in this set. And Ira, we're just getting all the good stuff. And is that Likunga?
All right, pack number 2, Ryza in the gold rare slot. You love to see it. Phoenix Wing Wind Blast as well. Test Tiger, I think, is pretty worthless, but honestly, 2 out of the 3, once again, is pretty good. The commons are also what I want to see. I guess Volcanic makes the Royal Firestorm Guards live, but I don't know if we even want to play Shell. I'm going to have to take a closer look. Treeborn Frog, again, is good. There's a Mobius. Happy to see that alongside Thestalos. Another Lord Poison Compulse. Likunga, I think, is okay. More Phantom Beast is a Borg. Grandmarg, I don't know if we're going to play. I think we have plenty of better Monarchs. Haven't gotten any of the big Six Sams, though, and that's making me a little nervous.
Pack number 2. What crazy gold rares can we get? Oh, those are some good ones. Caius the Shadow Monarch, the greatest of all the Monarchs. Bottomless Trapple is a fantastic card. Gold Sarcophagus. Whoo! having trouble saying this card, but it's going to be great for getting us to the things that we need. Treeborn Frog is obviously excellent. A Zaborg as kind of an extra Caius in a way. Compulsory evacuation device. Again, another Eero. Let's see if we got... Ooh, Snipe Hunter's a fantastic card. Phantom Beast Crosswing is interesting because it gives our Phantom Beast permanent attack boosts once it's in the graveyard, which means that if we have like 2 or 3 of this in the grave, Phantom Beast Wildhorn is a real consideration. We've got Volcanic Shell, not really sure that we're going to be using this, but Giant Trunade is absolutely a card we'll be using.
Pack number 3. Let's see what we get in the gold rares. Des Volscalf. I don't even think Volscalf is better than the Monarchs, but we'll have to check and see. Future Fusion is sick, but I don't think there's even targets for it. And Mind Control, strangely enough, I don't think is very good because most of what we want to do is either tribute or attack, and this doesn't allow us to do either. We don't have synchros in this set, so bit of a miss on the gold rares this time around. Another Mobiuso, another Zaborg. I think that's a full playset of Lord Poison, full playset of Treeborn Frog. Giant Trunades are in the bank as well. There's an Eero, about time. There's a Compulse Snipe Hunter, something we have not gotten yet, so I'm happy to see this because this is actual good removal. Winged Rhinos is actually one of the stronger, just generic monsters we can summon, so I'm happy to see this card as well. I think if anything, we want to round out our pulls with the better 6 Sams, the more Snipe Hunters, some Winged Rhinos, and just any other support that's going to allow us to tribute summon Monarchs as much as possible.
Whoa, Dark Arm Dragon is pretty good. It's a pretty good card for us to get off of our gold sarcophagus, and just genuinely an incredibly powerful card. Another Mobius is great. There's another Likunga. Let's go. A compulsory evacuation device. Warrior Elimination is a hilarious card to have in here, considering all of our normal summons are warrior type monsters. Winged Rhinos is unironically not terrible here. 6 Samurai United is great. We're going to be running a lot of 6 Sams. Another Zanji, another Alias. I do want to see 3 of each of those.
Pack number 4. Let's see those gold rares. Caius. Yes, you love to see it. Volcanic Rocket's also quite good just because it's 1900. And Prime Material Dragon doesn't have Monarch in the name, but is pretty good for all intents and purposes. There's our first Zanji. That's very annoying. That's the first one of those. I think that's our second Eero. And then moving up here, we have another Lord Poison. Neos Alias. I think that's the first one of those as well. Another Snipe Hunter. Very happy to see that. Thessalos, Treeborn, Winged Rhinos. Overall, pretty decent, but we're going to need to have a good amount of luck in this last pack if we want to round out our commons.
All right, pack number 4. Let's keep it up, Dark Arm Dragon. Let's go. And a Ryza, and that's 3 Prime Material Dragon. An interesting consideration to be made given that most of the cards that we use that are going to get rid of it are destruction cards. Compulse, Ryza, and Caius are really the only counter examples to that, but like Snipe Hunter, Zaborg, these cards are all destruction cards. It's great to have both of these, by the way. Another Mobius is great. I've only seen 1 Treeborn Frog so far. That's a little bit concerning. There's another Crosswing, though. Again, if we get 3 copies of this card and 3 of the Wildhorn, that may be a worthwhile set of cards for us to run. Warrior Elimination, obviously crazy in this set. Last pack. Can we keep the insane luck up? Let's take a look. No, although Sangan is not necessarily bad, it does get us a Treeborn Frog. It's a loss of tempo, which is really important in this set. The 5th Prime Material Dragon. Sure. But Elemental Hero, Neos Alias, and Zanji, I did say that I wanted to get 3 of those, and I did. Another Compulse is great. Grand Marg is okay. Phantom Beast Crosswing. Again, I'm not sure how many of the Wildhorn that I got, but I did get 3 Crosswing, and that is important. Snipe Hunter, great for discarding Crosswing, great for discarding Treeborn Frog, another Warrior Elimination, Mobius, and Eero. I've got all the best 6 Samurai cards to work with. Let's see if we can put it into a comprehensive, competitive, competent deck. That's the one I was looking for. Let's get to deck building.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Last pack of Gold Series 2009. What are those gold rares going to be? Flip them up. Another Solemn Judgment, a Sangan, and E-Hero Captain Gold might be the most worthless one of them all. Just scrolling up here to see, well, yes, we got a Snipe Hunter, we got a Compulse, another Mobius, another Neos Alias. Good, solid beaters. I think we got most of what we wanted, although our 6 Sam pool is a bit lacking just because we only got 1 Zanji, I think, and 2 Eero. So that sort of sucks because the other ones are more for utility than anything else. But I think we're going to be able to build a really fun deck with this, so let's get into building.
You know, somebody once commented that the fact that just because you have good cards doesn't mean that you have good decks, and that's really hitting me right now. This is is gonna be something. I got some crazy things. I got double Dark Armed, obviously. I got Solemn Judgment. I got Bottomless Trap Hole, and I got Gold Sarcophagus, and of course Caius Ryza. But overall, this deck looks awkward as hell. There isn't really a lot to be done with this set besides summon Monarchs, and so summon Monarchs I will. Let's get to the card by card. Triple Zaward to start it off. This is our best common Monarch. Double Thestalos. This is our second best common Monarch. Mobius is in here, and it's arguably better in a lot of circumstances, except for the fact that most of the relevant spell or traps that are in this set are going to be chainable, and therefore Mobius isn't going to do us a lot of good, whereas Thestalos is guaranteed to hit a card that isn't chainable. Next we have one Caius because I got one Ryza because I got one, and one Mobius for the main deck because it is Mobius, and I only got 2 Thestalos. Next we have one Dark Arm Dragon. You know, you may think I am crazy for only running one of my 2 Dark Arms in the main, and maybe I am, but honestly, I think this card has the potential to brick hard with only 7 Darks in my deck. If I really want to see access to this card, I can hit it with the Gold Sarcophagus and we'll be perfectly fine. Next, we have one Sangan. This gets us into our Snipe Hunters and our Treeborn Frogs, although it loses us tempo. We have triple Treeborn Frog. This card is worthwhile. It's even worth the loss of tempo because as long as your opponent doesn't hit you with a Caius or Ryza, this card is going to be summonable next turn to get you a Monarch. Next, we have triple Snipe Hunter. This card gets Treeborn into the grave and also destroys any card that you want on the field. One Winged Rhinos, because it's an 1800 beat stick, and honestly, keeping your opponent off of monsters is going to be one of the most important things that you can do. So if you could Winged Rhinos crash into a Zanji, or attack over an Eero, or a Snipe Hunter, that's probably perfectly fine. And if it baits out like a Bottomless Trap Hole, all the better. Next, we have triple Neosalius. This is the biggest normal summonable. Triple Zanji. This is the second biggest normal summonable, and it's also a 6 Samurai, and triple Eero, which is the next biggest normal summonable and also a 6 Samurai. This is relevant because we're running 3 Return of the 6 Samurai as a guaranteed way for us to get our Monarchs onto the board. Next, we have our Solemn Judgment, our Bottomless Trap Hole, triple Compulsory Evacuation Device, again keeping your opponent off of monsters to sack 4 Monarchs is the most important thing in the set. Similar concept for Warrior Elimination. All your best normal summonables are going to be Warrior monsters, so even if you can't run over your opponent's monster, like if they compulse or bottomless it, then you can at least Warrior Elimination it away and your opponent can't Monarch you next turn. Next, we have triple Return of the 6 Samurai for the above stated reason. 1 Gold Sarcophagus to add consistency, and double Giant Trunade so that you can stick your tempo cards. Our side deck has 2 primary things that it has going for it. One is kind of modulation. Prime Material Dragon is good if Alex gets a lot of destroying monsters. If Alex doesn't really show Caius or Ryza, if Alex shows a Bottomless or any other card that destroys monsters on the board, this card may be worth bringing in. 1 Dark Arm Dragon in case it really does turn out that I'm crazy. 1 Mobius because back row, and there are back row strats in this set, I'm just not really running them. Double Winged Rhinos to really max out on our 1800 beat sticks. Double Exile of the Wicked to deal with Caius and Snipe Hunter. If I see both of those out of Alex, I'm probably going to be running Exile of the Wicked. 2 Double-Edged Sword Technique, and 3 6 Samurai United, and double 6 Samurai come on is really in case I think 6 Samurai are going to get me anywhere. I think that they're a little bit too slow, but they do have a lot of power. If it looks like the games are not as explosive as I expect them to be, I can modulate the deck to favor these cards. This is the deck. This is going to be a hell of an episode, folks.
Well, I don't know what you were expecting. I said at the beginning of this video it's going to be Monarchs and 6 Sams, and here we are. But honestly, I feel like I'm pretty light in the 6 Sam department because we only pulled 1 Zanji and 2 Eero. So this might be a bit of a rough episode as a result of that. Let's go ahead and do our card by card. So I am jamming like 10 Monarchs in this deck because we have so many ways to just constantly get Monarchs onto the field because we have triple Treeborn Frog, we have like Return of the 6 Samurai. Like there's just so many ways we can get a dude and then just sack for a big thing that I think it's just correct to go all in and just try to get as many of these out as we can, because if you stick a Monarch, it's really hard to get rid of it. So we have Caius, we have Dark Arm Dragon because we have plenty of darks to facilitate this, and this is just a bomb. If we drop this, we probably win. I'm playing 3 Lakunga and 3 Lord Poison. Lord Poison, when it's killed by battle, special summons a plant from the grave. So if Robert hits this, we can summon Lakunga back, and then we have a tribute fodder, so another way just to get a monster out onto the field. 2 Mobius. I think Mobius isn't that great because every back row card is basically chainable outside of Begone Knave, and so I just figure having 2 of this is fine. 2 Phantom Beast Thunder Pegasus. This is just a 2k defender, which all of the other monsters can't really do anything about. I guess Irdo can take it out, but that's assuming you have another 6 Sam to go with it. 1 Ryza, Sangan can search like most of our decks. Snipe Hunter is mainly the way that you kill the Monarchs in all honesty, and you gotta hope that you get lucky. 2 Irdo, 1 Zenji, and 3 Yaichi. So I'm playing 6 Sams, ironically, and then 3 Return of the 6 Samurai. This is basically just to get a monster on the field, tribute it for a Monarch, and we're off to the races. I didn't want to play any of the other 6 Sams because the rest are kind of terrible. I'm playing Yaichi because with Lakunga, you can banish waters to summon tokens. Yaichi's water, it also hits back row, so we can preemptively try to snipe something like a Compulse or a Solemn before we go into our tribute summon, assuming we have another 6 Sam, of course. Triple Treeborn Frog, if we see this, we probably win the game. That's why I'm playing Sangan, so I can see as many copies of this as possible. And triple Zaborg. We need to have monster removal, and Zaborg is basically the best one. I mean, Ryza and Kaius are obviously better, but we have 3 of this because it wasn't a gold rare. For the spells, just 2 True Nade. If we're going for a Monarch push, we just True Nade everything back, stick our dude, and we're probably fine. Then for the traps, we have triple Compulse, which is not super great against Monarchs in all honesty, but it prevents you from dying, so there's that. A Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, which basically functions similarly. Triple Return of the 6 Samurai, and double Solemn Judgment, which is removal. And honestly, if Robert commits to a Monarch and we have this, we might just win the game off the back of it. So I didn't play any of like the large monsters like Neos Alias or Volcanic Rocket or anything with like stats because if you summon a Monarch, it doesn't matter. The Monarch will be able to kill everything. So I have a few of these in the side just in case I need to have some larger bodies. I have a Mobius and a Prime Material Dragon if I want more of these guys in my deck. Prime Material Dragon is actually quite good because we could actually protect from Zaborg with it. So there is like an actual value to that. Another Thunder Pegasus if I want another 2k defender. Triple Volcanic Shell actually works with Snipe Hunter, funny enough. So this gives you more ways just to trigger this. So I did think it'd be funny to side this in. Winged Rhinos is similar to Rocket and Alias, but it's 1800 instead of 1900. And 3 Begone Knave. I don't think this card is that good. Like, it's fine, I guess. I guess it's actually kind of annoying with all the tribute monsters, but with stuff like Mobius running around, I don't think it's that good because it's basically bait to summon Mobius. So I'm not convinced. Also, Snipe can take it out as well, so I'm not really too concerned about it. This card can be quite annoying, but at the same time, it's not the end of the world. So in any case, this is going to be a clusterfuck, which Sealed Showdown always is. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. Buddy, do I have some feelings about this episode. I think Gold Series 08 was a blast and was a ton of fun. I think this is going to be the exact opposite. And I love Monarchs. You would think I would be over the moon to play Monarchs. I'm not looking forward to this one.
Oh, this is going to be a blast, all right. It is going to be whoever establishes tempo first blasting the other out of the water.
That's all it's going to be. Pray that you open Treeborn Frog, and then you just win from there. We'll see, though. There is some, like, I don't even want to say that. No, it's not going to be interesting at all. Let's just get into it. Shout out to Patron. It is Junior Journey X Auction Series Uwu. Thank you for the support.
Incredible.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
All right. The die coming in
the tempo
clutch.
is against me.
That was very suspenseful with the silence there as well. I was like just squinting at the screen hoping you were going to pick rock. All right. Okay. This is a hand.
Technically a hand.
This is 6 cards that are face up for the viewers to see. I will set 1 and 2 in the back, and it's up to you.
Ooh, exciting. Let's draw for turn. You set a card.
Are you confused, Robert?
I can think of a grand total of 2 cards or 2 monsters that you would set. One of them, I'm like guaranteed to get over.
Okay.
The other, I probably am guaranteed to be unable to clear.
Okay, so 50-50. I like where this is going.
I think the plan here is to assume it's the first one. I'm going to do something highly suspect and normal summon Sangan.
Okay. All right.
Do you have a response?
I have no response.
All right, battle phase. Let's attack.
It is Phantom Beast Thunder Pegasus.
I thought it might be that. Okay, I will take 1,000. Main phase 2, I will set I don't know. I'll set 1 and pass.
All right. We'll draw. I will normal summon Lekunga.
Incredible! You're on the Lekunga!
And we will hit Sangay.
I will take the 700 here, and I will take my Sangay search as well.
Sure. Who said this episode wasn't going to be entertaining?
Yeah, we have monsters that are not monarchs that have been summoned. I'm going to add a Snipe Hunter.
Yeah, makes sense. I got nothing else. Go ahead.
Okay, let's draw for turn. That's an interesting one. Okay, what do I want to do with this turn? I think I want to make a pass at clearing your board. So let's normal summon Snipe Hunter, and with priority, I will declare it discarding Treeborn Frog, and I'll target the Lekunga.
I have no response.
Have a response. Okay.
Oh
it's my God,
already begun, baby! You want to try
it
again,
had
Robert?
to happen.
How lucky you
I
feeling,
do want
buddy?
to try again. We are going to declare Snipe Hunter again. We are going to discard 6
Sure.
Samurai Eero.
Just give me another
we'll target
6.
the Lekunga again.
Just give me another 6.
Let's, let's hope that. Are you kidding me? Oh no!
You know what they say, Robert? Third time's the charm, buddy.
Nah, buddy, we're gonna send pass. It's your go.
Oh my God. I'll try.
Oh, of course.
I can't. This is amazing. All right. Well, Robert, what is better than 1 Lekunga than 2 Lekunga?
2 Lekunga! What will I do in the face of 2
We're gonna
Lekunga?
Kunga all over the Snipe Hunter. Get him out of here.
You do that, buddy. Okay, I'll take the 200.
All right, and then we're going to hit you for 17.
I'll take 17.
Second main, I got nothing else. That's it. I can't believe this is Lekunga beatdown.
Main phase 1. Let's try for a Return of the 6 Samurai.
I figured with you
targeting my
pitching Eero, that was the plan. Yeah, that's fine.
We'll put him on the board. Okay. And we are going to get our first monarch of the day. A Zaborg the Thunder Monarch.
And he's gone.
Oh, the solemn judgment. Oh, that's brutal. Wow, you just had everything from the start. And, I mean, you had 2 die rolls on your side as well.
Yeah, it helped.
I'm going to pass turn.
All right, we'll draw. Hey, buddy, you know what it's called when you have 2 or more Lekungas on the field?
What's that?
A Lekunga line! Dun 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 dun.
I'll take the 3,400.
I'm sorry. Go. I'll set 1 and pass.
Draw for turn.
I don't know. Who needs monarchs? Why need a monarch? You could just win with Lekunga beats.
You could just have Lekungas. Okay, what do I even do with this situation?
Go to game 2. You are not winning this.
There's actually a significant possibility that that's the plan. There's a thing I chose not to do earlier that may have lost me the game, but in my defense, there was no way that I could have predicted the way that this was going to go.
There's no way I could have predicted the way this was going to go either.
Wow, this is... Is there, like, a world where maybe I can do this? Okay, there's one way I might win this. Are you ready?
Sure.
Normal summon Snipe Hunter. You're ready to go again? Let's declare Snipe Hunter.
I'm with you. All right.
We're going to discard another Eero.
3 in a fucking row. Make this the best episode of Sealed Showdown ever. 3 in a row. What are you targeting?
1 more into the Lekunga.
I have no response. It's too easy. Oh shit. All right, fine.
Oh, we
1
got
down.
it. Okay, all
1
right.
down.
All right. We're not totally out of this yet. We're going to go to battle phase, and I'm going to...
Yeah, a pretty low life
I
total
attack?
over there, buddy.
Yeah, I think if that's like a Pegasus or something, there's actually genuinely no point in my attacking. I think I passed the turn
All
here.
right, I'll draw. Main 1 good.
Yep.
All right, let's go to game 2.
Attacking into Treeborn. Are you so sure about that, Aleximo? Yeah, you absolutely are.
Yeah, that's what
let's
I
go to
figured.
game
That's
two.
what I figured.
Two misses on the Snipe Hunter to lose to Lekunga. Oh my god. All right. Yeah, I'm going first this time. Give me the tempo this time.
All right, yeah, it's a much different game when you have the ability to start things off. So hopefully, it's gonna go a little bit better for you than that. Everything I think that could have gone wrong in that last game.
Really, truly did. We're gonna normal summon something. What we're going to normal summon is not quite as clear. Normal summon an elemental hero Neos Alias, and then I will.
Sure.
Yeah, I will set a back row and I will pass the turn to you.
Draw. Interesting. I'll set 2 and throw it back to you.
Okay, I will draw for turn. Main 1. Let's go for a winged rhinos here. Do you have a response?
Sure.
Okay, battle phase. I will attack in with the rhinos.
So that's 18.
And I'll attack in for 19 with Alias.
That's fine.
Okay, and then I will pass the turn.
All right. This is going well. My turn.
It's happening. I watch you just like hit straight 3s across the board, discarding the Lekunga,
Easily.
obviously. Ah, of course.
Easy.
Of course.
Easiest hit. Easiest hit.
You gonna try again?
Probably.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Thinking on my discard. I think that's the more difficult part here. Yeah, we'll go again.
All right.
I didn't want to reveal this, but I do have
Okay.
dad. So
Fair enough.
go
Come
for
on,
rhinos.
show me a 6. Thank
Okay.
goodness.
It's only fair. You missed one. You missed 2, actually.
True.
So it's bound to happen eventually. I will just set 1 and I'll throw 2.
Okay, let's draw for turn. That's an interesting one. Of course, I had to draw that against this board state. Yeah, let's normal summon
Would have liked to clean up.
a 6 Samurai Iro. Do you have a response to the summon?
That is frustrating. This one's not looking so hot, I'll be honest. I don't really think there is a good way out of this, I will be honest. I'm going to judgment this, although I don't really want to.
Interesting. Okay, there it goes. Let's go into battle, and I will attack Snipe Hunter.
Yeah, I'll take the 3.
Okay. And I will pass turn on that.
That is what they say, not good. I will set 1 and throw it to you.
All right, draw for turn. I could show that off, or I could win in an extremely, excruciatingly boring way. Let's do that. I'll activate Giant Trunade. Do you have a response?
That is excruciatingly boring. Yeah, how am I living here? I'll try it. I'll try to wind blast your rhinos.
Interesting. That is going to be fine. I will add a card to hand, and rhinos will go to the top of my deck, and I will set a monster and a back row, and that did buy you a turn. It's your go.
For all the good it'll do, I will set 3 and pass.
All right. Well, I said I was going to win in an excruciatingly boring way, but I might as well go out in the most exciting way. Alex, have you recently paid homage to your Lord and Savior, Ryza the Storm Monarch?
Ah, there he is.
Declare?
Thank you for revealing that, because now I can judgment it.
Return of the 6. Okay.
Sure.
I will summon my Iro. Do you have a response to the summon?
Nope.
Let's go to battle, and I will attack in.
Compulse.
Okay. That is fine. To the hand with Iro, and it is your go.
Not dead.
True.
Okay, now I'm probably normal Yaichi hits you for 13
I will take
direct.
1300 direct.
Go ahead.
Draw for turn. In the standby phase, guess what? We get our Treeborn Frog back.
Yep, finally.
And I will main phase 1 tribute off that Treeborn Frog for Zaborg the Thunder Monarch. And
gone.
let's go to battle phase and attack directly. Do you have the other compulse?
Yep,
Nope.
yep. You got it. You got it. If that Snipe Hunter hit, I may have had a chance, but the way my hand was looking, I feel like I had like a 2% chance to win that game. That was, I honestly, going first, I think really dictates a lot of the pace of play here, but Sealed Showdown, going first is good. Who would have thought, right? Yeah.
Okay.
This is a weird one.
Yep.
I'm just going to set one and pass.
Okay, draw for turn. That's pretty decent. Let's normal summon an elemental hero, Neos Alias.
Sure.
And we'll go to battle. I'll attack right into your Thunder Pegasus.
Yep, take 100.
I will take 100. Main phase 2, I will set a back row and pass the turn.
Draw. Standby anything?
Nothing in standby.
Cool. Main 1 in that case. Let us try to bring forth the Lord and Savior.
Oh, okay. What is your target?
Alias.
You can do that. That's fine.
Sure. 24.
Top a deck with my Alias. I'll compulse.
Okay. Sounds good to me. I got nothing else. Go ahead.
Draw for turn, and guess what? You had no idea it was coming. It's Elemental
Shocker.
Hero Neos
You know,
Alias.
next turn you can Gemini summon it. Did you think about that?
I could. That's true. And I'll pass turn.
Okay. I'll draw. Not great. I'll set and I'll throw it to you.
Interesting. Okay. So I know that you've got Ryza back there. There's a decent chance that you're just like sitting on Compulse Treeborn or something like that. I mean, none of this would be more horrendous than the other thing for me to have Ryza'd, so I will normal summon Sangan here.
Sure.
Let's go into battle. I'll attack your face down with Neos Alias.
Yeah, it's Treeborn.
Okay, and I'll attack with Sangan.
That's fine. I'll take 1,000.
It is your go.
I will compulse Alias to your hand.
Okay, that is fine.
Draw. Standby. Frog. Main 1. So I can rise a Sangan back to the top, which is fine. I know you have Alias. There's 4 other cards that you're just sitting on, not doing anything with. I think Rise is probably just still the move. It's just too good. Spin him.
Seems sensible. To the top with my Sangan. I take 24.
24 big ones. Go ahead.
Draw for turn. I'll set a monster that could be literally anything.
Literally anything.
And pass the turn.
I'll draw. I guess there's no reason like not to bring this back. Not that I'm aware of, so I'll bring him back. So it could be Sangan. It's like a 99% Sangan. It could be the...
I don't know what you're talking about.
Could also be Treeborn as well. That's a possibility. I think I just try to push for damage. So let's bring out Volcanic Rocket.
A fascinating pull. Okay, that's interesting.
This will surprise you. I'm not going to activate the effect.
I'm absolutely shocked, I tell you.
All right, I'm going to hit. I'm sure it's Sangan, but I'd rather be sure it's
It is
not
absolutely Sangan.
Yeah.
We'll declare Sangan, and with it, I will add... I guess it's gotta be Snipey Hunty.
You got 5 in hand. You're going to draw to another one, so there's a good chance you could clear my board
True.
here.
See? Yeah, it's a good move.
I'll pass to you.
Draw for turn. Whoo! And not a bad card to draw for the discard. Let's go for it. I'll normal summon Snipe Hunter
Volcanic Shell, possibly?
Declare? No, it's just a Treeborn
It's just
frog.
Treeborn.
And
Oh,
we're
okay.
going to
I thought you were
target
up to
Ryza.
that shenanigans. Ryza? That's fine. You're going to whiff anyway.
Yep.
Damn it. All right. Well, 2
okay.
and 2.
Finally working in my
2.
favor.
You have to
Would
kill
have
the
been
rocket
nice
still.
if it worked at a more usable time for me. We're going to discard an Eero here and target the volcanic rocket.
Whiff.
No, are you kidding me? Okay, so we absolutely have no choice but to discard the other Eero.
Keep whiffing.
And
Keep
try
whiffing.
for this.
Come on. Fuck. Damn it.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Fine. All right. So you're broken even. You are 50% with Snipe Hunter right now.
I'm a perfect 50-50, which is really how it feels given the situation in our hands and life points. There's really no point in my attacking into Treeborn Frog here. I don't have DD Crow to punish you, so it's your go.
All right, we'll draw main one. I guess I just have to take care of Snipe here. So I know you still have Alias in hand, I believe, correct? Because
yes.
I compulsed it to your hand? Yeah, okay. I guess I will run out my own Eero, and I'll just take out the
That's
Snipe.
fine. I'll take the 2.
And that'll be it from me.
And draw for turn. That's an okay one. It's not, like, ideal under the circumstances. Standby phase. Let's bring back Treeborn. Ooh, do we want to bring back Treeborn? So there is a potential downside to my bringing back Treeborn now, which is that you may have Caius. And if you have
That is a possibility.
Caius, I am ultra boned. However, if you had Caius, you would have absolutely used Caius over the last 2 turns to push for game. So I am going to assume that you don't have it. I'll play like you don't have it. I'll summon the Treeborn. Main one, let's just normal summon the Alias, go to battle, and attack into Eero.
You don't attack the frog? You sure?
Let me think about that one.
All right, I'll draw. Main one. That's pretty good, but also doesn't accomplish a ton. It's interesting because you also didn't go for a Monarch or anything. So it's possible that you don't have any good... I mean, you could have like Mobius and we're just like not playing back row, so you just don't want to play it. I'll set one and I will throw it to you.
All right, draw for turn. Well, let's see if we can start turning this one around. I will tribute summon, you guessed it, it's Mobius,
Yep.
and we have nothing to destroy on the field.
Figured.
Let's go into battle.
Yep.
And I will attack with Mobius into your face down.
Under Pegasus, you got it.
Glad that I hit that. Main phase 2, let's set a back row and pass the turn.
I'll draw. I think I really need this to go through. True Nade.
Okay, to my hand with this card.
I was waiting for you to summon a Monarch so I could summon mine, Pop Mobius.
Oh, that's a little bit rough. Okay.
Run over Alias, get me the nice 2-for-1.
I'll take 500. Yep.
And I will throw it to you.
Draw for turn. That's not ideal.
Mobius, 1 back row, 2 unknown.
Let's go to standby. Let's summon Treeborn. Main phase 1, I will set a back row and pass the turn.
All right, we'll draw. Main one, I guess I try to keep the pressure going. I will bring out everyone's favorite, Lakunga.
I'm going to actually bottomless the Lakunga. It's too powerful. I can't let it go through.
Okay.
Yeah, a hell of a time for me to get it after you summoned the Zaborg.
Yeah,
but, you know.
I'll just set one and pass.
That's how things go. Draw for turn. Okay, main phase 1. Let's tribute summon our own Zaborg. And if that's solemn, then that's a solemn. I'll declare targeting Zaborg.
You got him.
All right, worked out. Battle phase, I will attack in with Zaborg.
I'll compulse him.
Okay, to the hand with him. Main phase 2, I will pass the turn.
Draw. That's not bad. Let's bring back the frog.
Okay.
Conveniently forgot to do that last turn, but that's fine. So I know you have Zaborg. I don't think I know anything else you have. So I think I just try to go for damage. Let's bring out Winged Rhinos.
There it is.
18.
I'll take 18.
And I've got a back row. Go ahead.
Looking a little rough for me. That's an okay one, though. Standby phase, of course, we're going to bring back the Froge.
Sure.
Main 1. I really cannot afford for that card to be Solemn Judgment. I am going to Giant Trunade.
I'll try it. I'll Wind Blast your Treeborn Frog.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, to the top of the deck with that. boy, that's a little bit rough.
Yeah, I figured it'd put you in an awkward spot.
Let's normal summon a winged rhynos of our own.
Gonna crash.
Yeah, we are going to crash here.
Okay.
Gotta just hope you do not have a monster. And it is your turn.
And I do have the monster Lakunga.
Drew
Return
the Lakunga for game. Okay, so I mentioned while we were side decking that there were some cards that I didn't see in your deck.
Okay.
And those cards were any warrior monsters. I figured surely you were at least playing Alias. And warrior elimination was a good way for me to guarantee to clear your board, even if you had a compulse to take out one of my monsters, and it just did not come up at all.
It's funny. So I, in games 1 and 2, was not playing any Alias or Volcanic Rocket or Winged Rhinos because I was playing all cards that sort of allowed me to get value, to get fodder on the field for a Monarch, essentially. So Lakunga's in here specifically because of Lord Poison, because Lord Poison can bring it back. So it's like
Good point.
2-card Treeborn Frog, right? It obviously loses to the higher attack monsters, but I was running like 10 Monarchs in my deck because to me, if you summon the Monarch, you just win the game most of the time. So I actually chose to forego cards like Winged Rhinos and Neos Alias and the like, just because they didn't really like do anything. Because if you have a Monarch, like there's no equip spell you can give to them to make them kill a Monarch. They just literally fall in the presence of any Monarch. So it just didn't make sense for me to play them. I was also considering Warrior Elimination as well, but it just seemed like there was never really an opportune moment to really use it. I guess it depends on like maybe your 6-Sam poll as well. My 6-Sam polls were awful. I got 1 Zanji, 2 Iro. So I was playing 3 Yaichi to compensate for that, so I could play Return of the Sixth Samurai, basically to have a 2-card combo like Lord Poison Lakunga, so that way I had tribute fodder for Monarchs. But after game 2, and I just saw you just beat me down with Alias and Winged Rhinos and everything, I just decided that that wasn't going to work. So I sided out of like the whole 6-Sam package, which was garbage anyway, and just brought in all the big beaters that you saw this episode. So I had 2 Neos Alias. Funny enough, Volcanic Rocket was the only 1900 that I saw the whole game.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so my plan was basically 6 samurai monsters are bigger than a good portion of monsters, or at least Crash, and you had Return to basically be like an extra piece of tribute fodder during your next turn as long as you stuck a 6 samurai. And it was like you said, it's kind of like a 2-card Treeborn Frog situation. Yeah, and I figured that the Warriors were going to be the best monsters you could work with, but 1 Zanji is definitely going to mess with that. So I was really intrigued to see that. So my main pull from the gold rares was 4 Prime Material Dragons.
4 Prime Material Dragons?
4 Prime Material Dragons. 4 Prime Material Dragons. I got 2 dads, but dad actually isn't that great. I ended up only maining 1 of them. It was like 4 Prime Material Dragons, 2 dads, 1 Test Tiger.
I got that
and
too.
Then,
I got Test Tiger too.
I got a Solemn and a Bottomless and a Sarko, and those were my gold pulls. Yeah, it seems like we were on like similar concepts, but with very different monster suites. And I guess I made a bad read on the Warrior Elimination because that card could have been, I actually have no idea what the hell that would have been because I sided in basically everything usable in my side deck. The rest was just 6 samurai
Sure,
stuff.
of course. I guess my logic was with Warrior Elimination, opting not to. I was siding it, and then I actually took it out altogether because I was thinking, and it's like, most of the time, if you're going to use, like, have a warrior out, like, especially if you return it, you're either winning the game or you're going to distribute it for a monarch. So, like, it's not a trap card, Warrior Elimination, so you can't really use it reactively. So, yeah, if in the instance, if I have, like, Neos Alias Zanji up, like, okay, sure, it's a 2-for-1. But I felt like there was too much, like, diversity in the monster types, like, aside from that, like, Warrior Elimination was really going to be worth it. So I just decided to cut it, and I guess my read was correct that was the case. Obviously, you know, my deck was, like, completely anti-Warrior Elimination, but still, I wasn't even playing around it. I was just thinking to myself, all right, well, I just thought having monsters that just kept getting monsters back was the better play. My gold rares...
Thought...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, so I would say my thought was that keeping your opponent off a monster is so crucial that if your opponent has a warrior and they compulse your monster so you can't destroy it by battle, it is worthwhile having the follow-up play to keep them off a monarch. And I figured that warriors were going to be prolific enough because of the interaction with Six Samurai or
Sure.
Return of the Six Samurai that it was just worth having that, like, basically an insurance policy in case your monster gets bounced back with a compulsor hit with a bottomless or something.
Right, absolutely. Like, I mean, I guess you're right, because in the instance where you had like Alias Treeborn, if I had monster plus warrior elimination, that cleared your board, right? I mean, obviously Treeborn would come back, but you know what I mean. It essentially would get, if you had Alias plus any monster, that like wouldn't float, right? That it basically is like smashing ground in that case. So that's probably good enough, but yeah, I don't know. And maybe if you played this again, like maybe I would be wrong and warrior elimination's crazy, but I don't know. I just didn't value the card too highly. My golds, I did get a dad. I got 2 judgments, which was pretty fun.
Oh,
I got
goddamn. No
Caius as well as Ryza. And then I think that was it for the interesting gold rares. I'm looking at the rest of my deck, and I don't think any of the rest of these were gold. Oh, Sangan, I think was gold. So I got one of those.
Oh, yeah, I got the Sangan too.
Yeah. 'Cause I saw you. I don't think you saw Sangan on my side, but Wind Blast was also a gold, so that was a nice one to pick up.
Yeah, Wing Blast was killer.
Yeah.
Holy.
Wind Blast was crazy. Rocket was also a gold rare, but I just played it for the stats. So yeah, I mean, that's what's fun about these gold sets is that we basically get access to almost every common, and then it's just sort of the gold rares, like what happens. And I think Dad is still fine. I had like 6 or 7 darks, so like it could have come up, but yeah, it doesn't always. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout out the patrons for all of their continued support. So shoutouts to Shadow1317, Moto, Cameron Smith, Tim00x3, MBT Play Medolce, Ika Iron Fang, Chaotic Meatball, Part 2, Pony Stark, Dan the Man Hoban, Synchro Guy, I Ship MBT and Simo, Draconic Rockslide, Jordan Coons, Iron Bladesman, Jesse Wood, Chris Hood, David Liu, Phoenix the Immortal, Sky Rose, Dylan Hunter, Cody Bretch, John Two-Base, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Zerius Business, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Hornet, TC Gaming, thanks for the sleeves, Dad, MBT caught injecting his fairy Lily, Matthew Brady, Max the Warrock Investments Janitor, Valen Jackson, Twinkle Muncher, Eater of Crayons, Aren't You Glad I Didn't Say Alpha Tribute Benten, Luabon Yodabon, Helios 515, the Anti-Big Brain, Ben K OTK Play, Simping for Simo, Mike Ty, Stolfin Amethyst, Tyler H, Nicholas Carpenter, Simo's Harem of Sexy Yugi Tubers, LGMBTQ, Nim Noodle, Malabranch of the Burning Tunnel, Stella and Zoe Vermillion, Wonder Waffle, James Keen, Skull Servant, and the Wandering Doomed or Boyfriends, MBT cancel by all community soon, cancel by all committee soon, cancel by all players soon, not reading cards makes the game interesting and you know it, The Undertaker versus CMO and MBT. Wait, play the concert video one more time, Hunter Reed, TTV Shrugs IX, Cayman CJ, ITF, Dark Echo, and Corvain. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we will see you next time.